Welcome to our lesson for today, class 6 and class 7. Today, we are doing distance, speed, and time. So if this is a very new topic, but I believe in your previous classes, you have covered distance, speed, and time. Okay, the three, they are very related, and we have a formula triangle that will help us to understand the relationship between distance, speed, and time. So before we continue, ensure that this video is just prepared for you to write the formulas given and all the examples given as you prepare for the questions that will follow later as this topic continues. So let's look at the formula triangle that will help us to understand further the relationship between distance, speed, and time. So if you look at the triangle there, the formula triangle that we have there is we have what you call distance, speed, time formula triangle, where if someone asks you to find the distance, it is speed times time. And if someone asks you to find the time, it is distance divided by speed, and speed is equal to distance over time. So this table, you can draw it anytime you want. The only thing you're supposed to master is that distance is you multiply, so it should be at the top here. So anytime you want to find the distance, you multiply speed times time. That is why we have placed this one down here. But anytime you want to find time or speed, you divide. So it's distance divided by time, or distance divided by speed, and vice versa. So just note that speed is equal to distance over time, and the speed can be measured in two ways, either in kilometers per hour or in meters per second. Time, on the other hand, it is distance over time. Now time can be in hours, minutes, or seconds. Then distance can be in kilometers, meters, centimeters, and so forth. So let's see how this formula triangle will help us. Remember, the first thing that you want to cover is the speed. And speed is a measure of distance. It's a measure of distance covered in a particular time. So if you're covering distance at a given time, it will be used to measure or to calculate the speed that you moved. For example, if you can cover 2 kilometers in 1 hour, it means that your speed is 2 kilometers, which is your distance, divided by 1 hour. So your speed now is in kilometers per hour. If you can cover 200 meters in 20 seconds, then 200 meters is your distance, then your time is 20 seconds. And if you divide 200 meters divided by 20 seconds, it will give you 10 meters per second. So your speed will be 10 meters per second. That is why you'll find out that speed is always calculated in kilometers per hour, or what distance have you covered in 1 hour? How many kilometers have you covered in 1 hour? Or how many meters have you covered in 1 second? That is why speed is always calculated in kilometers per hour or meters per second. Into our first example, a car covered 500 kilometers in 10 hours. Find its speed in kilometers per hour. So like we said earlier, our formula is speed is equals to distance over time. So if you look at the question there, ask yourself, how many kilometers were covered? It is 500 kilometers. These 500 kilometers were covered in 10 hours. So the question is, in 1 hour, what was the speed, or what was the distance that was covered in 1 hour? And that one now is the speed. So speed according to our formula here, speed is equal to distance over time. So this 500 kilometers is our distance and our time is 10 hours. And if you divide, you will find out that the car, or the average speed of the car, was 50 kilometers per hour. So 50 kilometers per hour is your speed in kilometers per hour. Another one, a very good example for us. An athlete covered 100 meters in 10 seconds. What was his speed in meters per second? Very easy. Remember, the athlete maybe was running 100 meters, and that 100 meters was covered, or he or she finished the race in 10 seconds. So the question is, what was his speed in meters per second? Speed, like I told you earlier, speed is equal to distance over time. So the distance that was covered is 100 meters and the time is 10 seconds. So if you divide 100 meters divided by 10 seconds, you will find out that your speed was 10 meters per second. Another one, speed, distance, and time. You'll find that Kevin runs 400 meters in 50 seconds. Work out his average speed. So average speed is the same as speed, and we said speed is equal to distance over time. So we are just dividing 400 meters divided by 50 seconds. And if you divide, you'll get it is 8 meters per second. If you're able to divide 400 divided by 50, you'll get that your speed is 8 meters per second. So class 6 and class 7, ensure all these examples, starting from where we started here, starting from the first example, we start here. First of all, our topic is distance, speed, and time. Start from there. Then you write this formula triangle. Then you'll define what speed is. Then you write this example. This is the first one, the second one, and the third one. Make sure you complete the third one. After you're completed, send your work so that I'll be able to know if you're writing my examples down. Then from there, when we meet next, we'll be learning how to convert speed from kilometers per hour to meters per second and vice versa. Then I'll be able to give you some assignments. So do that work very easy. It is very easy work. It is not a very hard task for you. Arrange your work. That's a very new topic. Then you send your work for marking. Otherwise, have a good day.